The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by its host and guest on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. I express firmly I am here to have a fun time, and don't need anyone ruining it by being butthurt. Take your clapped cheeks somewhere else. I am not a professional, I just play one on the show. Thank you, and continue supporting. Deuces.
Yo 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of No Special Characters. I am your host, Jose Luis, aka
On my Cool J.
and I just want to go without further ado and
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
You're listening to
Special characters.
and
Welcome back to another late night with
Are you ready?
welcome back, everybody. If you have tuned in from the last episode, we have noticed we have gone through another great battle of the old man versus the young boy with the big mouth. And if you were like I when this whole thing transpired, you were probably disappointed. You were probably most likely disappointed. I was disappointed. I was watching the fight with my father. He was disappointed. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, because it's been a minute since the fight aired, I'm talking about Tyson versus Jake Paul. Now, the whole thing is that everybody assumed that Mike Tyson, the great legend that I grew up watching as a kid, the great legend that a lot of you guys grew up watching, to the younger audience, to the great legend that you watch YouTube clips of, TikTok reels of, he was stepping into the ring. And before all of the fight occurred, all of these things were happening, we were watching his training, and his training was going amazing. Everybody's like, oh, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. And around July, he fell ill. He needed mad blood transfusions, and then his knee was messed up. So everybody was like, he could still kill him. He could still kill him. Nobody really took into the factor that this was a 58-year-old man versus a 27-year-old kid. I can without a doubt tell you, no one is undefeated like Father Time. Not one person is undefeated. Not one person I know has defeated Father Time. Unless we're talking about the rapper from Far Rockaway when he got robbed and he was defeated. But the actual real Father Time, no, undefeated. Undefeated champ. All right? So everybody was like, oh, so what if he's 58 years old? No, it all comes into play. See, I am 37 years old, I think, and I have a hard time getting up. I can't get up with a go like a lot of you guys are. Like a lot of you guys are. I know some of you guys are bullshit. I can still get up and don't make any noises when I get up. Yeah, okay, buddy. But yeah. Every now and then, I try to stand in front of Father Time. And I would be like, I'm going to do something that I used to do when I was young. And Father Time's just on the sideline watching me like, look at this fucking idiot. Look at this guy is about to hurt himself because he thinks he can do what he used to do. And even when I was younger with the body where I could do things that I should be able to do, I wasn't able to do it. So, yeah, I know a lot of you guys are like,
It's not right.
but it's true. So, yeah, we all saw not an ass whipping, but a legend, still a legend in my eyes, but he bit a little bit more than he can chew. Now, I know a lot of you guys, because when I was watching the first 3 rounds, I was like, oh no, he's holding back. Oh no, he doesn't want to hurt him. Oh no, there must be something dead ass in the contract that says, you can't hurt this man like that. Okay. And because there was a couple of times that I seen where he could have had like a 2-3 hit combo if he really wanted to. He didn't do it. And then he was more aggressive with his glove than he was with Mr. Paul. I'm going to call him Mr. Paul because Anybody that could get in the ring, like let's say he did forget that he wasn't supposed to hurt him and he beat the dog shit out of him, it would have been a whole different story. He's still in a lose-lose. That depends how you see it. He's in a lose-lose if you're looking from like a character point of view or a legendary point of view. He's in a win-win when it comes to all the money that he made off the fight. Yeah, that's the difference. And then people were like, oh, the fight was rigged. Mike just took a payday. Even if he did, I can't knock him for taking the payday. I'll let you know right now, I'll throw any fight for $20 million. $20 million? You want me to fall when? When do you want me to fall? That's fucking easy. All right. A lot of people didn't like that. A lot of people were like, this is different. This isn't the Mike that I grew up watching. So it was just weird. So the first 3 rounds, I'm like, he could have hurt him. He could really hurt him if he wanted to. I don't think he did it. It wasn't until the 3rd round where I'm watching him and I'm like, no, he's tired. I know that look. I've done that look plenty of times in just regular, everyday activities. My son was winded. He was tired. You could tell his legs hurt, his back hurt, his neck hurt. Doctor said he needed backiotomy. His damage was spinal, all this stuff. You could see all of that. And I'm like, this might go to 8 rounds if Mr. Paul doesn't decide to hook off on this man, which he didn't. That's how I knew it was like, all right, like, this is where I say like the respect part comes in, because it was like he could have hooked off on him. He could have hooked off on him plenty of times, because I don't think Mike was like really in good defensive. Like he was like really moving. But I was like, it would have only been a matter of time till he really like took some real damage. So it was really interesting to watch. So I was like, okay. But the best part of the night was watching the Yams. When the Yams came out, I was like, I was looking at that shit like, I'm like, this is what I showed up for. Exactly what I showed up for. That shit looked like two Entenmann cakes, like, you know, the gold tops, like the golden cake with the brown bottoms. Yeah, that's what that shit looked like. That shit like a fucking feast. Let me stop fucking around. I know you guys are like, that boy gay as hell, but yeah. And then the biggest fight of the night was the two girls that were fighting. Even though Shorty got robbed, Shorty caught the headbutt of a lifetime. Had her whole joint flapping. That shit looked like Arby's. We got the meats commercial. That joint was dangling after we first seen it the first time. So I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, Shorty has a clit on her face now. That's fucking wild. Yes, I know where it is. It's on the eyebrows. So yeah. But watching this fight was really interesting. I was going to say entertaining. It wasn't entertaining. It was kind of a snooze fest. It was interesting only because I'm watching the fight with my father, right? And this is where I'm kind of hyped that Mike lost. Because if Mike Tyson were to win and beat that kid Jake Paul, he doesn't get kudos points for that either. He doesn't. He will just do what everybody wants to do, is shut the YouTuber's mouth up. But it would have given hope to a lot of old men above 50 to go out there and go fight that young person. It will give them hope. And I'm glad they saw this, because what transpired was the nicest thing that could happen when an older person tries to fight a young person. Now, a lot of older people feel like, no, I could teach a young person a thing or two. A lot of young people are just like, yap. They don't back it up. But every now and then there's people that can back it up. And that's the person you don't want to run into. Like, everybody can fight. Like, I can fight until I fight somebody that genuinely knows how to fight. See, I have some boxing. I have some kickboxing. I could throw a punch. I can throw a kick. I could put you in a chokehold. I could do all this shit. Armbar. I could do that shit. I know how to do that shit. I'm not good until somebody that's way more advanced than me in this field steps into the room, and then it's my time to get my ass whipped. And that just goes with everybody down the line. Yeah, I've seen old men with old man strength old man strength is real, but you got to get lucky. You got to get lucky with it. So I was looking at my dad, and at one point, Mike just threw this combo, right? Like a nice, like little, right? And I just saw my father just look at me. And I'm like, fuck you looking at me for? He just went, like, yeah, nigga, that could be you anytime I want to. And I'm like, wait. I'm looking at my dad like, yo, hold on. Are you sizing me up? Why would you size me up watching this fight? None of us are in the same shape as these two are on TV on. He's looking at me like, yeah, I'll fuck you up. So I'm like scoot over because we're on the couch. I'm like, all right, he might try to take some anger out on me. Fuck that shit. So thank you, Mr. Paul, for letting them know that. Yeah. Don't go out there trying to fight that young buck. All right. Don't go out there thinking you're Mike Tyson. You might be able to bite me, and that'll definitely get me to be like, all right, yo, I quit. But don't go out there trying to have fisticuffs with older people, with younger people, older gentlemen. It's not a fight that's going to be fun. Even if you do win the fight, you got to deal with the repercussions of your actions. I'm not talking about police. I'm talking about if you swung the wrong way, if you kicked the wrong way, if you just did something wrong, if you just turned your back a little bit weird, you got to deal with all of that shit. The other day I mentioned to you guys I was in the city. I don't know if I mentioned if I slipped on the subway. Not fell, but it was enough to like make my whole body jerk. And because I did that, the very next day, my whole back was on fire. The very next day, I felt as old as I possibly could. The very next day, I went to work, and they're like, what is that? Is that Ralph Lauren? Is that the new Dior? Is that Tom Ford? No, bitch, that's Bengay. All right, my back hurts. All right, I'm trying to make it through the day off a little 2-second slip that like threw me off balance, just triggered my sciatica pain. Like I was like, I was like, I'm going to feel this shit. I was like, Like when my body dropped down, my back was like, get up! And I tried to, but it wasn't fast enough. But yeah, I saw my dad like really like looking at me like he's about to throw hands with me, and I'm like, you really let Iron Mike gas you up to thinking you could take me. You probably can, old man. You probably can. But I was like, if he's thinking this, I know every other old man in the world is thinking this, and they were going to go test their sons the very next day, or whatever young person looked at them funny the very next day. But they went out there and started some shit. So it was very like, oh God, there's a tide shift right now, and I don't think I'm here for it. Not at all. Nope. So I ended up going out last weekend. This is after the fight. And I went, all right, so when people go to bars, right? This is where I'm different from you guys. When people go to bars, they go, are there going to be girls there? Are the beers going to be cheap? Fuck that. Who's paying, right? That's what normal people do. Everybody go to the bars, they look for those things. I ended up going to the bar last weekend, and I'm like, yo, someone on TikTok said their wings are really good. So let's go to this bar. You guys can drink, and I'll get some wings. So I went with my pretty friends. And me going with these guys sometimes lead to issues. They're not fight instigators, but when they get the girls' like attention and their boyfriends are there, that shit goes noticed. And it always leads to some like argument or a technical fight. So I'm at the bar. I'm enjoying a 12-piece buffalo wings, going to town. Didn't even give a shit how much sauce I had on my face. I was basically sending all the wrong signal to whoever was looking at me, all right? There was no girl in that bar looking at me like, I want the big one. You see the way he's eating those wings? No. They were more looking at me like,
sick to my stomach, fam. But
like he has no shame. He's here at the bar with all these beautiful women, And the only thighs he's focused on is the ones on his plate. Like the only breast he's focused on are the one on his plate. Plenty of breastises in here, but no, he wants the one with fucking buffalo, with buffalo sauce on them. And I'm, in hindsight, if you ladies really wanted that attention, all you had to do was put buffalo sauce on your shit. But back to the conversation at hand. Now, what happened was, this guy was talking with a girl at the bar, which we were later go to find out it was his wife. So it seemed like they were kind of arguing. It was very passive aggressive, but I'm the only one paying attention because I'm eating my wings and paying attention to what's going on. My boy's trying to holler at this girl, and my other boy's just texting on his phone. So the guy gets up, goes to the bathroom. This is when Shorty decides to come over. All right. She looks at my boy. She's like, yo, blah, 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 blah. Let's exchange information. Let's make this quick. Now, her husband's spider senses started tingling because he didn't take a long time to go to the bathroom. It was rather quick. It's kind of like he got up and then turned around like he forgot something. So he comes back, and what does he see? He sees his wife talking to my friend. And instead of going, hey, bitch, why are you talking to him for? He looks at my friend and he goes, why are you talking to my wife? And I'm like, oh, we're going to have one of these conversations. This is exactly what's transpiring. So as I stated, these guys aren't about that life. They're not. They're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, no, we're not doing that. Like, no. She came to talk to me. I was here minding my business. I'm over here on my dating app trying to figure out who I'm going to go home with tonight. And your wife just walked up to me. Yeah, that doesn't squash the situation because you just basically called this girl a whore. But, yeah. Now, as I'm eating my wings, I'm watching this unfold. And now it's like, all right, I'm the only one that could probably like step in and be like, hey man, can we like chill? Like, all right, like can we please stop? Like, we don't have to do this, please. But I'm like licking my fingers first because like, yo, I paid mad money for these wings. I'm fucking starving. I'm already perturbed that I have to go over there and stop this fight that I have nothing to do with. So, yeah. So, normally in these situations, when there's pretty people and then there's somebody of my stature pulls up there, clearly I'm the person that's the enforcer because they're too pretty to fight. All right, you're not expecting them to fight. They're too pretty. They don't want to fuck up their manicures. So here I come. We're in an Irish bar, yo. I'm wearing green. I probably look like a fucking leprechaun to these guys. This guy that's fucking drunk. So I'm like, hey guys, can we please stop? Like, we don't got to do this. You go that way, we go over there. I go back to eating my wings, all right? You guys could like just do whatever you guys are doing. Go back to your marital issues and shit like that. He ain't like that when I said that. So he goes, oh, you think you're fucking tough? I'm going to show you what tough is. That's how I knew we were in a white neighborhood. He's like, I'm going to show you how tough I am. And I'm like, you don't have to. We're fine, all right? You're tough. You're the alpha. All right, you're the guy. You're the who. Like, we're pussy. We're gonna go sit over here. That means I've acknowledged you, right? That means I let you know that, hey, in front of your wife, hey man, we don't want no. You're tough. You got it. Go sleep with that man. That is the champion, right? So I write through my bullshit. He was like, I will not be patronized. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, okay. So now my friend sees that I'm arguing and he's like, okay. He comes over with a chip on his shoulder. And I'm like, yo, like, no, we don't need that. You ever seen Atlanta? All right, it's exactly like the scene from Atlanta. If you don't know what Atlanta, go watch the first episode of the second season. There's an argument transpiring. One of the characters goes like, hey man, I'm going to cool it down. The cooler head starts cooling down. And then one person comes and fucking makes it worse. So the guy's raising his voice, but he's seeing that I'm like, all right, yo, like, nah, we don't gotta do any of this. We're good. Like, whatever. So now it's diffusing, and here comes this dickhead. nah, but we got a problem. We could just let you know right now. I'm like, yo, please, yo, fam, relax. So once he hears, oh, you guys are gonna jump me? Huh? Who said that? Who said that? Who said? Now you're just.
Shorty's just talking shit.
I'm like, nobody said we were gonna jump you. Not one person. So I don't go to bars like that. I don't frequent bars like that. I don't do shit like that. I don't even like going to. I don't like being outside. I don't like social settings. So when you get me in a social setting and you put me in a shit like that, it's very fucking annoying. So I will say I did get to enjoy one cool thing. I got to enjoy one cool thing. It's on my bucket list. I still, you know what I want to do? I want to be able to take somebody and drag them across the bar top counter. That's one of my things on my bucket list. I'm going to do that to somebody one day. Maybe not, because I don't like going places. So we're in this argument. He's like, wow, oh, you guys are going to jump me? All right. Grabs the bottle, and just like the fucking movies, guys. Just like the fucking movies. I thought that shit was so cool, and I was so scared at the same time. I'm like, he's gonna fucking kill me. He's gonna lunge at me with a broken bottle and stab the fuck out of me. This is what's going on to my mind. I'm like, these niggas is too pretty to jump in front of me. They're gonna run away from me. I look like the fucking leprechaun from the hood. My face already looks like it got cut up a bunch of fucking times. I know my stomach does. Looks like I got attacked by a fucking tiger, but I'm like, great, I'm gonna get more fucking scars. This is such bullshit. But I was intrigued because I've only seen this in movies. I'm like, that was so fucking cool. But I did not notice that this is real life. That shit, you gotta do that perfectly. You have to do that so on point. No room for error, or else, which you never show in the movies, is the glass could break in your hand. And that's exactly what happened to this man in front of his wife that was already trying to cheat on him for whatever reason. And now he looks even more softer and more crazier because now he has broken shards of glass in his hands. And he's screaming, and it's not a manly scream, and they're laughing. I'm laughing. Everybody's laughing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? And he's like, call the police. For what? On yourself? And I'm like, we're in the area that we're not supposed to be in like that. Because we were in the middle of nowhere. All right. So we were in this part of Nassau. We was in like, I'm not going to say the area because of whatever reason. But we were in this area that was mostly European. So, from the Caucasus. So, we're in a cut. We're not like on like a main road. We're inside deep in the heart of a township in like the middle of a cut, like industrial-ish kind of, right? So, I'm like, we are not in a position to be viewed like this. Came here for the wings. Almost left with a felony. So I'm like, no, God. So everybody's like, nah, hell no, we're not calling the police. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Walk out of here. And I'm like, I start thinking, because I work in the medical field. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, like shit like that. I know when I say that, we're like, you're a doctor or nurse? No. I just work in the field. So, like, not hands-on. The background, all right? But I'm like, the area that we're in, I covered this area. And I'm like, fuck, he's going to go to the hospital. They're going to be like, hey, man, you need these services. And I'm going to have to call him and be like, hey, man, are you home from the hospital? I wanted to know if you're still interested in our services. And he would be like, this voice sounds familiar. And then he would be like, you're the motherfucking reason I'm here. And then it would just look like a whole elaborate plan for me to get people to join up for our services when they do dumb shit. But no, it was just this guy in over his head for no reason. He didn't have to be in over his head and tried to be cool. Because I'll let you know, if he broke that shit and that shit was the most perfect cut, I'm like, sir, here goes my wallet's right there. You could just take that, all right? You got it. You win, all right? But I was like, yo, I know he thought that shit was way cooler than what it actually happened. The same way I thought it was going to be cooler. And I was like, I wonder how many times this happens. I really wonder how many times somebody attempts to break the glass on the bar counter. I wonder if the bartender's so used to somebody doing that every fucking week that he already has the kit ready for it. Or like the girls that like to dance on top of the bar is like, all right. And then they slip and fall. And that shit's fucking hilarious because sometimes they get caught and sometimes they fall between the bar stools. Yeah. So very, very fun and entertaining. But I was like, fam, we would have been screwed. We would have been fucked if he broke it off perfectly. Because that would have given him enough confidence. That would have been such a fucking confidence boost that he would have had to do something to defend the honor of his wife that was trying to step out on him and sleep with my boy. And to this day, I didn't ask him, like, yo, they should reach out because I think you earned that. You might have earned that. Like, all right, while he's at physical therapy, trying to get his hand reconstructed and doing the exercises to be able to do this right here, then, yeah, you could be tapping that down. You could be taking that down. I know. You're like,
Piece of shit.
marriage is sacred. All right, let's see what else I got on my docket. Talked about that. Wait. Let's see. All right. I'm going to speak more about my life because my life was pretty fucking entertaining this week. So, where do I begin? I wore an orange shirt. All right. I bought a McLaren bright orange shirt. I'm looking at it right now because I ruined it. Being fat. I ruined this beautiful, beautiful sweater by being fat. Ask me what I did. So I went on my lunch break. And I was like, I want some ice cream. I bought a Haagen-Dazs ice cream. This isn't a plug. All right. I bought this beautiful piece of ice cream. And when I bit into it, a piece of chocolate fell. Didn't see the chocolate fell. Landed right on my shirt, but I'm big, all right? I could only see the top part, can't really see the bottom part. Landed on the bottom part, and I'm like, okay. So when I get up, after enjoying this delicious ice cream, I get up, and I'm like, what is that on my shirt? It's a piece of chocolate. It was in the fabric for so long that it stained, and now this beautiful bright orange shirt has a chocolate stain on it. So I'm very upset. Spent 2 hours cleaning it, no luck. It was just in the fabric for too long. It was in the middle of my workday. I'm just really upset about it. And so I'm trying to figure out if I want to go buy another $60 McLaren shirt or just deal with this. So I just decided to be a grown-up and just deal with the stain. I got it as much as I could, but I noticed it, so it's whatever. But back to the story at hand. Back to this orange shirt. So there's construction going on in my building, and all the men that do construction are Latino men. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time in my life I ever feel tall. All right, I feel like a god amongst mortals because I'm not that tall, but these guys are shorter than me. So I'm in this building with this bright orange shirt, and the people that are contracted to work in the building because they're doing the bathrooms, the elevators, all the shit, they're wearing orange, the same color orange of my beautiful sweater. Now, when I didn't put two and two together till like when I went to go get some food. So this is the pre-food, if that makes any sense. Like I went to go to the cafeteria to go get something to drink. When I get something to drink, this lady looks at me and she goes, "Oh, how's it going?" And I'm like, "It's going good, Mondays." And she's like, No. How's it going? I'm like, I just answered you. How is the construction in the building going? I was like, wait, what? How is the construction on the building going? I was like, it's going good. We go to the 5th floor and then we're going to do the little painting and then we're going to do the carpet and then we're going to do the elevators next. So, it's like... And I was like, it's going to be real good, mommy. You're going to like it. You're going to love it. And she was like, why are you speaking like that? You were just speaking normal. Oh, that's because I'm not in the construction crew. If you would read the back of my sweater, it says McLaren. That's a Formula racing car. I don't know. I just wore it. I was like, that's not the name of the construction company I work for, you fucking goof. So she was like really thrown back, like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, you can't be talking to me like this. I was like, oh, yes, I can. So it was like bad funny. I was like, you're thinking I'm a construction worker for wearing this orange shirt. Just wearing an orange shirt. This isn't like I'm wearing a police uniform and you're asking me, hey, man, can you help me fight crime over here? No, bitch. I'm just wearing this police fucking uniform. Like, come on. It's like that Dave Chappelle joke. So it was like bad funny because I'm like, this fucking girl. I'm like, did you think like this is like when you wear a red shirt to Target? I'm like, hey, man, can you tell me where this is? No, I can't. Or what I like to do when I'm at Target when I'm wearing a red shirt, I like to go, oh, you want to know where this is? All right, so what you want to do is go back all the way to the front of the store. She's like, yeah, write that down. And then exit because I don't fucking work here. So it was just fucking funny just thinking about it. Like, yo, this lady really just assumed that I worked here for the construction company and not her own colleague. Like, she's seen me in the building before, but she's like, oh, Mexican, working. So I was fucking crying. I was like, all right, yeah. So she was like embarrassed because when I started saying that, everybody started looking and it was like, Jose, what's going on? I'm like, let her tell you. And she was like, I thought he was part of the construction crew. And they all like, this guy, you thought this guy was part of the construction crew? I was like, nah, not that guy. He dresses like that. That's a McLaren shirt. So it was fucking funny as shit. So fast forward to later in the day. Now, I am a king amongst midgets. I am a giant. I am towering over these men. So, coming back from my lunch break, I already ruined my shirt, so I'm covering my chocolate stain. I'm in the elevator with the construction crew, and they're looking at me trying to find out what floor I work on while I'm like listening to my music, and then like the building, the groundskeeper of the building walks into the elevator. He knows me. He's like, hey, yo, what's up? And he's like watching us because there's like 6 of us in the elevator all wearing orange. And I was like, one of us is an imposter. And he just started fucking cracking up, lying, because it was technically like the game Among Us. We're all dressed as space people, but one of us isn't what the other one is. One of us is not like the other. It's like, it was like very funny. Like, I'm there, orange shirt, book bag. They're in the elevator, orange shirt, book bags. We're all standing like right up to the same height as the 3 button on the elevator. We're all tiny people. And then here you come. And we look like a group of Mexican minions. And I'm like, yeah, this is my life. This is my life. Like, always in a situation that's a fucking joke. So it was like bad funny. So I was like, after I get off the elevator, I was like, all right, goodbye, my friend. And I was like, yo, everybody was like fucking like, who the fuck is that guy? And I'm like, it's a McLaren shirt. It doesn't say a fucking construction company. That's the shit that made me laugh. Tomorrow I'm gonna wear a highlighter green shirt. Yeah, like, I'm gonna really fuck with him. But yeah, it was just entertaining. Just like, yo, just because I dress like this doesn't make me a hoe. Like, that shit was crazy. So the other thing that transpired, somebody was like, oh my God, do you guys think it's going to be over soon? I was like, I don't know, hopefully so. And I was like, I hope this isn't like the last job site. And they're like, wait, what do you mean like the last job site? The last job site, we finished a job, they called immigration and deported all of us. And, you know, Donald Trump just won an office, so that's more likely to happen over here too. They said, oh my God, is that how they treat you guys? I was like, no, I don't work for the company. But it was just great just being there. Like, a lot of people that see me every day, I just wear a different color, and it's like, oh no, who's that mysterious tiny fella? So yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna move over to the next section. All right. It's time to go to the movie review section. Pew 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 pew. So I didn't see this movie yet. I'm trying to figure out if I want to spend money to go see this movie yet. Megan Fox is in it, and then I don't know the rest of the cast. All I know is Megan Fox is in it. All right. You're probably like, Megan Fox doesn't look like what she used to look like before. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But she's still a baddie. All right. I was looking at videos of Kim Kardashian today, not like that. But she posted a video of her Tesla robot. And I'm like, what a coincidence. Because the movie that I want to watch is called Subservience. Subservience. So this movie is about AI. Ooh, shocker there. So this movie is about AI. This guy's wife is dying and he needs help around the house. So he hires a robot. He gets a little AI robot. An AI robot supposed to do chores, clean, cook, things like that. Take the kids to school. Yeah, whatever's helpful. Now, just like it wouldn't be like any other AI movie until this happens where the AI becomes self-aware and the AI wants more than it normally does. Now, the difference is this isn't like a regular iRobot looking. It doesn't look like a normal robot. This robot is a fucking baddie. It's Megan Fox. And he has to deal with the idea of cheating on his wife with a robot, which I don't think counts. Ladies, I don't give a shit what you guys say. That does not count, all right? You're over here trying to your man, and that shouldn't be a thing, all right? Asking dumb questions like, I don't want you to be with anybody, saying dumb statements like, I don't want you to be with anybody else when I die. Fuck out of here. Soon as that button goes beep, I'm in them streets. All right? Going up to girls like, hey, you want some? All right. What you think this is? I'm gonna wait for what? Wait for what? You're probably in whatever location you're gonna be at cheating on me too. No. But the AI robot is Megan Fox. And I'm letting you know right now, this movie would have been a short film. All right. Because the whole time he's trying to come to the grips. Oh my God, this is a sexy robot. I can fuck with this robot. And my whole time was like, why did they give the robot a vagina? This whole time I'm like, why did they give the robot a... They knew somebody was going to fuck this robot. You made this robot to do chores and then you added a vagina? Like, was that like an add-on accessory? Imagine that's an add-on accessory. Like, yo, we know for like $10 more, you can get this vagina right here. And you're like, I think I'll take it. Yeah. And then you start giving it. Let me stop. But, you start taking it. But, that was the one where I was like, yo, they added a vagina to the robot? That's fucking crazy. Or did she not have one? And because she's an AI, did she order it off Amazon or off her own wish list? Which would be crazier. But, yeah. He comes to the grips like, do I fuck the robot? Am I cheating on my wife? How could I do this to my wife? Am I less of a person? Blah, 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 blah. I'm letting you know right now, the minute I opened the box, before she even turned on, her internals would have been fucked up. I would have fucked her in the box. I would have fucked the box while she was in the box. All right? The box would have been squared is what I'm telling you right now, okay? That robot, it was like the Cadillac of robots. So I'm like, yo, this wouldn't have been that much of a moral dilemma as people would have thought. Like, oh my God, his wife is dying. My wife is dying. But this robot, hella fucking thick. Trying to give her that dick. But yeah. That's what the movie seems to be about. And eventually the robot becomes homicidal and tries to kill him. That's the part I'm like, all right, party's over. She turned into a regular girl. Fucking Pinocchio over here and shit like that. Every time she lies, her boobs get bigger. But like, it was like, okay. So I'm watching this and I'm like, I really want to watch this movie. I really do. I'm really intrigued by it because it's like, why are we lying? Think of the most baddest girl in the world. And if you're married or your girlfriend's next to you, think of your girlfriend being a robot. And it's like, you wouldn't think about fucking it? Are you crazy? I know girls are going to be over here like, that's nasty. That's disgusting. You guys, there's a study that says by 2025, you girls are going to be fucking all your robots. And look at that Kim Kardashian. She might go fuck that robot. They're fucking the robots. So, guys, we don't stand a chance against the robots. They start fucking the girls, it's over. Okay, it's over. I seen them what they do with that little machine that goes. We do not stand a chance. The robots are taking our jobs like the Mexicans, black jobs. But yeah, this is a movie that I want to go see. I don't know if I want to spend the money to watch the movie, but I definitely want to go see the movie. And yeah, it's called, go check it out, guys, for me. Maybe you guys have seen it already, and then you guys can tell me more about it. And you can let me know, would you fuck that robot? The answer is probably yes, but whatever lie you got to tell to your partner. Like, no, I'm not fucking the robot. I'm just saying, think about the most baddest a person to you, whether it's a guy, a girl, a fucking dog, whatever it is. And then you can fuck it. And it can't be frowned upon because there's no laws placed. Like, hey, you stop fucking that robot. It's against their constitutional rights. No. No. Mm-mm. Those internals better be waterproof. I'm letting you know that right now. So that's a movie I want to check out for the future. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. It really made it seem like it was a moral dilemma. You can't fuck the robot. Bullshit. Bullshit. All right, let's go on to the...
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
All right, I really hoped I was able to save some of my stories that I wanted to speak of. All right, so I saw a story that came up on my TikTok that I'm not going to be able to find. So I found it. I just pulled it up on the internet. So basically what happened, what was this? No, this was like last week or earlier this week. A woman was arrested. Brittany Patterson was arrested after her son walked a mile by himself, right? So this kid walked a mile. The police dropped him off like, hey, man, we found your kid, blah, 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 blah. Then came back later and arrested him again. So let me read the report. A mother in Georgia has sparked a national debate how much freedom a child should have when she was arrested after her 10-year-old son was found walking alone. Brittany Patterson was captured on TV, live body cam, being handcuffed and taken into custody after her 10-year-old son left home and was found walking in their small town of Mineral Bluff. I was shocked, surprised, disbelief, Patterson said. Couldn't really understand what was going on and why. They told me to put my hands behind my back as I had to tell my children goodbye. Patterson was charged with reckless conduct, which ignited a nationwide debate about child independence after her arrest. The Georgia mother of 4 made the headlines. People everywhere, including talk shows, social media, all right, blah, 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 blah. All right. So, roaming the neighborhood in a way that we could call free range now. All right, so this is why I wanted to speak about it. So, 10-year-old walking a mile, okay? That's crazy. Because you're going to be like, what do you mean that's crazy? It's crazy because I've never thought this was a thing. It's crazy because when I was growing up, my parents never knew where the fuck I was. When I was growing up at 10 years old, I could tell you right now, I was gone for hours upon hours. All right. And I didn't have that golden rule that everybody has. If the street lights come on, your ass better be home. Didn't have that rule. So I would be fucking gone. So to hear that this lady, when I get it, he's 10 years old, that he really shouldn't be going like a mile away from his house. But it really depends on how you grew up and where you grew up at. And I think they're in a small town, so I don't really think they'd be on it like that. But the police officers are clearly making a big deal out of this for whatever reason, because maybe there might be a case of missing children in the area. I don't know. I didn't do the research. I'm not a reporter. So it was very entertaining to be like, yo, they really arrested her and tried to charge her with gross conduct of a child, or like child endangerment and shit like that. And they were like, we will let you go if you take a class saying that you would never do this again. And she was like, nah, fuck that. We suing. So it really made me think like, yo, we can't be the generation of parents with all these new fucking rules that don't make any sense. Especially when we grew up with rules that don't abide by today's standards, which is fucking crazy. Because as I just mentioned, at 10 years old, 10 years old, I was like pretty young, but I also was walking to school, which was about 1.5 miles away, maybe 2 miles away. I was walking to school that far at 8 to 10, right? I used to go to the school, right? I used to walk to my cousin's crib. That's 16 blocks in a whole different direction. I used to get on dollar cabs to go visit my family members in like Jamaica, Queens. By the time I got older, I got on Greyhounds. I didn't even go like on the subways like that. I went straight to the Greyhounds, and then I just started recently going on the subways, exploring the city like that. So it was crazy, and I'm like, not once did I ever hear my parents like, all right, so where were you? And it was like, hey, all right, there's dinner here if you want. So it's crazy to hear these stories and be like, yo, that's a thing now. I never even thought about the consequences of letting your kids roam the way we used to roam. And the fact that the police officers dropped the kid off and then came back later and was like, all right, we're going to charge you now is even more wild. Like, for what? For letting my kid have freedom? Like, think about it. When you were younger, what were you doing? Like, how close were you really to the crib? How obedient were you to the stoplight, not the stoplight, the street light rule? Like, how obedient were you to that? If all I have to do is beat a street light, I don't think that's difficult. I don't think I could just do whatever I really want to do and then just come back in time to be like, oh, hey, I'm here at home now. So it was like very entertaining. It was very entertaining to hear this story. And I'm like, damn, how far have we gone in society that this is a thing that we can't just let kids just do shit. Like, you know how much people are complaining like, hey man, I would love my kid not to be on their fucking iPad all the time. And here you got this kid that's outside looking at life. Because I don't know what that walk is like. What is it? A small rural town, or are you in like a city like us? And it's like a city mile is not the same as a rural mile. And then it was like, all right, you could be in the middle of nowhere where something might happen or might not happen. So it's such a weird case. But it was the audacity of the fucking police department to be like, well, if we watch the safety course on how to be a better parent, we'll drop all the charges. You're charging me? That's crazy. That's crazy. You know how many of our parents would be charging some shit like that if they had these new rules instilled back in the day? That shit would be fucking amazing, son. But I remember being out all the time. I remember going towns over. I wouldn't just be like, oh, I'm going to go up the block and down the block. I was towns over. I was like 2-3 towns over while out. I used to do long walks to school. And then it would be long bus rides to school. Oh, I don't know. My experience could also be different because I live in the city. So I got to remember that part too. All right, what else I got? New York State buys Dame Dash's Rockefeller's portion. That's crazy, son. I don't think people understand how crazy that is. Like, the state of New York buying your portions of Rockefeller is crazy, especially when Jay-Z does a lot in New York. He's partaking in the Barclay and shit like that. He's doing the Super Bowl performances. He's doing a lot. He has his thumb on a lot of things, and it's like, all right, here comes this thing where Jay-Z's original pub for the, I believe it's the Reasonable Doubt album, and the Rockefeller share is now, it's put up for sale because Dame Dash owed back taxes. So they were going to come after him. So he was like, I'll just might as well sell this. So a 1/3 stake in Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records at Thursday auctioned off for $8.7 million in back taxes, owned by co-founder Damon Dash. The anonymous Albany representative placed the winnings $1 million bid on the federal auctions in Manhattan, aiming to sell the 33.3 share to the iconic hip-hop label to cover Dash's substantial tax debt. Now, Dame Dash has been in the news lately because he's normally an asshole when he has these conversations about making money and shit like this and being your own boss. To only hear that he had to sell this portion of Rockefeller Records to pay in back taxes. Now, him having that cup of orange juice with his dentures falling out was pretty crazy. But now we're looking at it like, wow, you're really going through some shit. Now, New York State buying that portion is even more crazier because now that kind of seems like it's a leverage game against Jay-Z, I would seem, if he ever wanted to buy those things back. It was like, all right, so what are you willing to trade here? Because you have your thumb on a couple of things here in Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, and maybe Staten Island, and we want it. So it's a crazy bargaining chip. It's also a hell of a New York thing to buy. The most New York artists fucking portions of Rockefeller Records. That's crazy, son. And it kind of doesn't matter because he paid all this money back, but in a couple of years, it goes back to Jay-Z again. Like, that's the way pub contracts work. So it's pretty entertaining to hear there's money that's being thrown on something that's not gonna, it's a shitty investment. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah. As it just to be like, I have it? Is that what it's like? So yeah. Crazy. Like, that's a crazy thing for a government official to do. Like, to go buy a third of the portions of Rockefeller Records. Is Rockefeller Records correct? Let me just make sure. I really need you to, like, Instagram, I really need you guys to, like, fucking stay where I'm at instead of, like, foreclosing my whole application. I think I got it wrong. So, yeah, it's 1/3 of the Rockefeller Records is not the publishing. Jay-Z gets his, I think it is, it's part of his publishing too, if I'm correct. And that goes back to him in a couple of more years. So I don't know. That's a crazy thing to have. That's a crazy thing to have. That's a crazy thing for New York State to be like, all right, I'm going to jump in this. There has to be something bigger at play. There has to be something bigger at play. Like, they're going to probably try to use that against leverage, against like buying property against him, or try to get something that he has that he wants. Because that's the only reason I can see New York State actually stepping into the bid to go get a third of Rockefeller Records. They must have thought of something else. They must have thought it had something to do with John D. Rockefeller. They was like, hey, did you guys know he had a music label? And they was like, oh no, we didn't. It was like, no, whoa. This is Rockefeller, not Rockefeller. So yeah. That's some wild shit. And I know that shit has to hurt Dame, because Dame was holding on to that shit for years and years and years and never wanted to give it up. Now he had to give it up so he could play back taxes, which is crazy. Which might have been a smart play in his end, but I don't know. I doubt it. You get all the dope songs like Can I Live on it, Can't Knock the Hustle, the fucking Jay-Z, Biggie freestyle, shit like that. Brooklyn's Finest, all that cool shit. All that cool shit goes into it. But you also get state property. I don't know if I want that one. Get those terrible state property movies. Let me stop. I don't even know if that's part of it. But yeah. Yeah, it was weird. It's weird that New York State stepped in and bought that. All right. Let's see what else I got on my docket. All right. Uncle Jesse from Full House. Out here clout chasing again. He's out here whiling. I don't know who told Uncle Jesse, a.k.a. John Stamos, that this would be the most smartest, brightest ideas. This lets me know that you're way out of fucking touch. And the person that you had to share this moment with doesn't really fuck with you like that. Because if I'm going through something and my friend half-asses the situation, you can believe we're going to have some fighting words. And in this situation, I would have fucking dog-walked John Stamos. So what happened was Dave Coulier, a.k.a. Uncle Joey, has cancer. So Uncle Jesse, to stand in solidarity, thought it would be cool to have a photo shoot with him showcasing his baldness and he's brave and he's strong, right? That's what it was supposed to be. That was supposed to be the message. I get it. Oh, man. That's cool. Uncle Jesse, Uncle Joey, two people that I've seen growing up. They basically kind of raised me too. Taking a picture for cancer, but there's something weird. There's something weird here. What is it? What could it be? Uncle Jesse's head looks weird. Uncle Jesse, that shit doesn't look natural. He's wearing a ball cap. He thought it would be genius to go on social media, post a picture of him wearing a ball cap with Dave Coulier, who's actually bald from chemo, and thought that was the brightest thing to do. I don't know who on his PR team said that was a good thing to do, but I can let you know right now, that shit was wrong. You
Piece of shit.
And you look crazy. This looks super, 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 super clout chasey. And I wonder if they're going to mess with him over that, because that really definitely tarnishes your image. Because it's like, why would you do that? Who would suggest that? Was it my camp or was it Joey's camp? And then why would I go along with it? No, I'm not going to put on a ball cap so we could take a picture for the gram. And it's going to be like, oh, wait. This doesn't look like Uncle Jesse. Something's weird here. And it's like, all right. Or like you would see the picture like, holy shit, Uncle Jesse shaved his head. Wow, that's solidarity. Fuck cancer. And then the very next day, full head of hair. A full head of hair. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Uncle Joey should have snuffed him. Is Bob Saget still alive? I think Bob Saget's dead. He's dead. He should have held him as a ghost and punched him in the face for thinking that this was okay. Where's Stephanie's ass at? Her, she look good now. DJ, meh. But yeah. And then the Olsen twins, no. I like the new one. The new, not so new one that looks like them but doesn't look like that. What's her name? Mary Elizabeth Olsen? No, I think that's the other one. I think I forget their names. Whatever. The Scarlet Witch. But yeah. That's a crazy thing. Like, hey man, I fucks with you, but I'm gonna show the whole world that I fuck with you, but not really fuck with you like that. So let's see how this goes. This should go over smoothly. This should go over great. And it was like, why is he wearing a fucking... It was a bad ball cap, too. That shit did not look natural at all. So let's see. To say what kind of backlash he's receiving. That's a really bad ball cap. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. The ultimate non-sacrifice. I'm fucking done, yo. You can always bet the comment section. It's also Uncle Jesse. You know, it's kind of on brand. It's really on brand. Like, all right, anybody's going to do it. It's Uncle Jesse. But yeah, it was the most, like, you ain't think that shit out. It's like you let, what's her name? Michelle fucking plan that shit out for you. All right. I don't know. If God forbid any of my friends had to go through that, like if they had cancer and solidarity would be to shave our heads off and shit like that. Me pulling off a ball cap, the amount of ass whippings I would have received for pulling off a ball cap, like, oh no, we straight. There's a imposter among us. That shit is crazy, son. All right. I'm gonna be jumping out of this section and I'm gonna go into...
Wait, Jose! Jose, I got to tell you something!
What's up, characters? Because that's what you guys are. That's what I call the hive, the characters. So one asks, I missed the music mix, bring it back. That's not a question. This is called the Ask Me a Question section. That's more of a demand. You're telling me that what you want and I can't supply it yet. Only because there's verbal loopholes that I have to go around for it to work out in my benefit. So I'm working on something. Don't you worry. But me bringing back the music mix, I don't think that's going to be a thing for a while now. And also we're getting to the end of season 4. This is season 4. And season 5 starts next year in March, but I think I'm going to record up to maybe the week before Thanksgiving. So yeah, there won't be no Christmas or New Year's thing. I never do that. So yeah, the music mix, sorry, I can't do that yet. Still waiting on it. All right, next question. It seems we are in the same dating pool. How are you faring out here? Why would you put yourself in the same category with me? Clearly, do you not see this? We are not the same. I am a Martian, which is in the ocean. And if it's in the ocean, people say I look like a manatee. And if I'm a manatee in the ocean, then what kind of alien am I? Too fucking cool to let you guys know. But yeah. That music mix, I don't know. Oh, I'm not the music mix. Our dating pool, music mix, our dating pool. We are not in the same mix, buddy. Also, I have to get used to the idea. I don't know if you guys are used to the idea. Maybe I could fall under the same category too, because I do clips on video. I do clips on Instagram, but a lot of the girls that I seem to be talking to do TikToks, and I can't tell if I'm aroused by it or not because they be doing these dances on TikToks, and I was like, I really liked it a lot. And then all 7,000 other people liked it too. So it's like, I hit it at some point in the list. But yeah. I don't think we're in the same dating pool. And if we're on the same dating pool, then I know you're out here having a badass time too, because there's just so many things that you got to worry about dating people. You got so many things. Like, oh my God. And then that's just one portion. And then you get to have to find out the second portion. And then there's a third portion when you guys get married and you move in and all this shit comes to the light. And now you're physically and mentally responsible for whatever transgressions happen between her and the fucking family and shit like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. But, yeah. I'm telling me we're in the same dating pool. The nerve of you. The nerve. Beautiful girls walk up to me and I could not process the idea of them asking me out because it seems like they're either a man or I'm about to be assaulted. Look at that. You know what? Applause to you. Because that's kind of what the second question kind of felt like it was aiming towards. So you're absolutely right. Ladies, a lot of ladies don't want to hear this. The guys have been verbally stating this, that you're going to have to make the first move because there's just too many things in the world that's making it hard for us to be like, all right, okay, we're going to do this now. Because there's so many repercussions and all this shit that it's like, oh man, what the fuck? But, I'm blanking out right now. Yeah. Everything, when a lot of girls aren't straightforward. Oh, I'll bring you into something in my life. I want to go to the movie theaters with one of my coworkers. Now, if I always said, if I invite you out, I'll pay for shit because I'm the one that's inviting you out. I'm taking you out of your normal day-to-day and just chilling. So call me petty on my end. But I was like, yo, you want to go to the movies? She was like, I don't know. If we go to the movies, I want this, I want that. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But I'm like, fuck with her. I was like, we could go to the Dollar General. We could get that too. So moments before we're supposed to leave the job and go over there, she's like, so you're going to pay for it, right? And I'm like, pay for what? Let me stop. And I'm like, you already have your answer. Why are you asking me again? Do you want to go or not? But she's like, are you going to pay for it? Because I don't pay for nothing. And in my whole time, in my mind, I'm like, this is the same girl that wants equality. They want proper treatment in the workspace. And I'm like, you not paying for your ticket jeopardizes the friendship because it's making it seem like you want more for what's going on here. See, we went half and half to movie theaters. That's what friends do. I'll pay for you one time, you pay for me the next time. And then so on and so forth. But when it starts like, all right, are you paying? And it's like, I never said I wasn't. So, yeah. And then that ended up falling out because it was just a lot to deal with. So, absolutely right. You don't know if you're being lined up to be robbed or you're being lined up to be fucked. There's a difference in this conversation that we're having. So, it's like, which one would be the best situation? Which one would be the best outcome? And I'm letting you know right now, it's neither. It's neither. Unless that's your bag, then go ahead. Go crazy. Let that person assault you. Shit. Let that person assault you as a man. equality there. Damn, son. I was just thinking about that just now because I'm probably gonna get shit for it. You should probably listen to this shit. So it's like you could just come and then I'll do some stuff. Fuck around, get sent to HR. No, I'm good. But yeah. It's like it's tough out there. To be approached with somebody is like a huge thing and a long shot, and all the entitlement a lot of girls have nowadays. And it'd be like asking to be approached is entitlement. So you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. But you guys have been entitled for a minute. So I'm going to continue to kick y'all back when I get the chance. All right? All right. You guys carry the load as well as take the load. But that's me just being nasty. Just a big old bag of nasty. All right. I think I'm going to move on to the next section. Welcome to everybody that partakes in part-time lovers. Shout out to the new followers, listeners, viewers, all you guys, and I appreciate anybody that made it this far. But I do know this section is the drama section, and a lot of people like to fast forward to this section. So thank you, because a view is a motherfucking view. Now, part-time lover is a section where people submit their questions about their relationship, and we give them a different POV that might be different from what their conclusion they came up with. So that's what makes part-time lover a pretty decent section, because you never know what you're going to get from me or the questions we're going to get from you guys. So that's what makes it do. So without further ado, let me go and hit this button.
My girlfriend bleached her eyebrows before the holidays.
Ouch.
Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy for the holidays. How do I tell her to take them shits back on, but in a nice way?
You can't do that at all. All right, you can't do anything that's gonna hurt her feelings because it's gonna reflect the way the rest of the holidays is gonna go. So yeah, whatever you're gonna say, don't do it. Please don't do it, because one of us goes in and we all go through it.
Yeah. You need to figure out why she bleached her eyebrows. What was the crisis? Because you know girls do drastic shit when they're going through something. So something clearly happened to her that she's like, I need to do something that stands apart, which was clearly bleaching her eyebrows. Did she think she's Whoopi? No, Whoopi shaved her eyebrows. She was a little bit more over the top. Your girl could still draw in her eyebrows, all right? Because there was a hairline that's still there. So, yeah. Me hearing you say this lets me know that your family cuts jokes, and the minute she walks through the doors, it's going to be a barrage of fucking jokes. So you're trying to save her, which I could just tell you to, I would tell you, my bad, we're back. The garbage people just pulled up. They were making bad noise, so I want to cut this off. So yeah, you need to figure out how to tell her to draw her eyebrows back in. She still has the hair to it, just bleach. So just come there, get a little paint from Pep Boys, draw the color of them shits in, and you be Gucci again. You need to figure out why she went through this whole drastic change to her appearance. Because most girls do drastic changes to their appearance when something happens. Somebody died, a breakup, a loss of friendship, some shit happened. And then some dramatic shit always has like the biggest thing the girls like to do when they have long hair is they'll give themselves like a pixie cut and then they all walk around looking like fucking Leslie Jones. But yeah, it is crazy. But you gotta be nice. It's the holidays, all right? You might talk yourself out of your present that you're gonna pay with your own money with. But yeah, you might do that to yourself. That's not gonna be a fun ordeal. But you're also trying to save face in front of your family and save her from getting her feelings hurt. Because when they pull up, because I'll let you know right now, if any of my brothers or sisters pull up with a date and they're missing their goddamn eyebrows, all these fucking jokes are going to come out. They're going to have the most longest days. The people that my family brings I already make fun of, and they get tight. So it's like, imagine if you give me something to make fun of, it's going to be crazy. Can she pull it off is a better question. Clearly she can't if you're over here sending this question to part-time lover. So it's just very entertaining, I guess. But Yeah, let me know how that goes. All right, when you tell her, hey man, go take a pencil to that shit. Like, let's see what happens from there. I'm like, oh no, I just did my bleached eyebrows. You want me to put my eyebrows? You want me to change who I am? Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. All right, let's go to the next question.
My boyfriend is in a failed cover band. He keeps thinking one day the band will make it, but newsflash,
Wait.
buddy, the real band already made it. Why are you pursuing this? Anyway,
Wait.
how can I tell him to stop? Because this is now becoming costly.
What kind of music band? A rock and roll band? Hip hop band? Jazz band? Opera? I think people that do that are so fucking cool. They have the biggest set of balls in the world to go and do a cover band out in the middle of the street, go to a bar, go to a wedding, perform somebody else's song as it's your own. That's the most craziest thing I ever heard of, but it's fucking cool because I remember one time I was doing a TikTok dance for the 100th episode. I did a TikTok dance in the middle of Corona Park, and everybody's watching me do this weird dance and being really off kilt. I wasn't on time. I wasn't any of these things, and it was like, all right, this guy's real weird. He's too old to be doing TikTok dances, and ended up coming all together to still be terrible. But yeah, I think they're cool. Maybe it's just you, all right? Maybe you just don't like the genre of music that they're playing. How much money do you think they're spending? Like, what do you mean? Like, they keep buying equipment? Because I could tell you that does get costly, as you guys can tell, as I mentioned before. I think you're absolutely right. How far can you get being a cover band of a group that already existed, unless you're covering a band that passed away? And that kind of makes sense. But if you're covering a band with a whole people that are still alive and doing well, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do out there. This is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy shit. They're gonna look at you wild, like, hey yo, is this what you're doing with yourself? So yeah. Let me reread this. There's no way you could do it, all right? He's going to keep doing it. And he's going to be like, babe, this is my passion. This is what I really love. I like performing the Red Hot Chili Pepper songs. It's dream come true. So, yeah, I think you going automatically to shut that down, I would take my time. Let him enjoy it. As long as he doesn't keep spending money, this is where you need to go into the conversation and be like, all right, we need to figure out what to do here. And if you're spending any more money, you got to run it by me. And if it's over a certain amount, you got to run it by me. And it's vice versa, all right? There's going to be things that you're going to want to buy. And be like, nah, that's over the price range. So, yeah. Support your man, all right? Go be the best support staff you can be out there. I always think about Yes Man when the girl goes out on stage. And I go, who are you? Who are you? And I go, who are you? Who are you? But that was her own band. She wasn't doing a cover. I just recently saw at my job that there was a group of people that were performing Michael Jackson music. And it was like, it doesn't hit the same, but you're asking for Michael Jackson prices. So you're out here wilding. But yeah. I don't know, man. What did they take off in the circuit that they're in? They were like, hey, you guys you ever heard of the Beatles? I was like, yeah, we're them, except we're not. So, yeah, if you're going to think you're going to crush your man's dream, let him know. But like, hey, man, try to work out an ultimatum or some shit that doesn't come to the most dramatic, or we're going to break up. But, yeah. Good luck with both of your endeavors, good people. All right, I'm going to get out of this section. This was... All right, welcome. We're at the end of the show, and I just want to say to you guys, keep out there hustling, keep doing what you got to do, and if you fall down, get your punk ass back up. All right? I just want to shout out to all the new listeners, shout out to the old listeners, shout out to everybody that's helped us get the views and listens that we are greatly appreciated. And hopefully things go your way, or whatever you set in place, you guys knock it down, all right? Easy, too easy, all right? These goals aren't big enough. That's what you got to move like out here. So I'm wishing you guys the best. I am your host. My name is
On my Cool J.
aka Jose Luis. It has been great. Hopefully I gave you guys a decent episode. I am tired. As you guys can see, I'm falling asleep. My eyes are gluing shut. So I just want to say thank you. Please keep doing what you're doing. Please continue to like, comment, share, subscribe. I am your host on my Cool J, aka Jose Luis. I am out of here. This is the one. Out of here. Deuces.